Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. It doesn't matter who's the mayor, who is the controller, who's the public advocate. It doesn't matter who's in office or what is happening in the city. Professionals get up and do their jobs every day. And I know that all too well. It didn't matter what was happening, if it was 9/11 or was fighting crime. When I put on that police uniform, I knew I had a job to do, and politics would never get in the way. And so when it's snowfall, if it's removing the confetti from Times Square so the next day we can open for business, or if it's cleaning up after the marathon, no matter what it is, anytime people look at our city, they look at our ability to move tons of garbage, our ability to keep the streets clean, our ability to allow us to operate. You don't get into schools, our children, without knowing that during the snowstorm that parents can get them there and the parents can drop off their children, the parents can get to their offices, and if those offices are able to open, we're able to have the productivity and the tax base and the economy that we need. At the heart of all of this is DSNY. Without the men and women of the Department of Sanitation to do their jobs, we won't focus as a city to do our job. We often overlook them. We often take them for granted, believing that no matter what, that this happens automatically. It does not. It happens because of an impressive coordination and dance of using heavy equipment, new technology, and new ways, and constantly evolving to be prepared for the future. And so we're here this morning to say thank you to the tour that's coming in and the tour that's going out. 12 hours of hitting the streets to make sure we can have a pathway to not only physically move, but a pathway to move our city forward during these challenging times. In the heart of COVID, there's many reasons that the men and women here did not have to come today, but there's only one reason they did. They love this city like many of us love our city. And every moment we get to show the globe that nothing stopped New Yorkers. It is a privilege to be a New Yorker. It's a privilege to live in this city. We are the best of the best. No one does it like New York. And anyone that thinks they can bet against New York, there's another thing coming. COVID storm is not going to stop us. A snowstorm is not going to stop us. An economic storm is not going to stop us. We're going to forge ahead. And not so far from here, I can remember like it was yesterday, on 9/11 watching those buildings collapse. And while others were unsure what was going to happen in our country, I know something that many people miss. 9/12, we got up. We got up. We cleaned up our city, teachers taught, retailers sold their goods, people looked at New York and said, darn it, if New York can make it, we all can make it. And America got up because of what we did here. And that's the symbol we're going to show every day as we cycle out of the traumatic experience of COVID, that no matter what happens, we're going to get up. We're going to do our jobs. And so today the job is to move the snow so our city can continue to function. And tomorrow there will be other jobs and hurdles that we have to pass over. But we're going to win today, and we're going to continue to win in the future. That is what it means to be a New Yorker. And I'm proud to be the mayor of this city, and I'm proud to represent the men and women of the Department of Sanitation on what they do for the city of New York every day. And thank you, Commissioner. Thank you to your team, and thank you for doing your job. And I say that honestly, thank you. Not symbolically or not coming here to do a photo op, but coming here and tell you I appreciate what you do for the city of New York. And let's continue to do it. Let's show this darn place what we're made of. We're made of the best. We're New Yorkers. Thank you. Commissioner?
Thank you, sir, and good morning. You said it best. We're going to get stuff done. The men and women that work here, the men and women that work in the department are heroes every single day. Everyday heroes at your curb. And every time it snows, they turn into the hero with the plow. COVID has us down, but we're not out. 20% outage, and these men and women have come in every single day to make sure that they are doing all that they can to prep for this storm, to tackle this storm head on, and that's what we've been doing. We were out there liquid pre-treating these roads, over 700 miles, had a liquid pre-treat before the first flakes. We were attacking with salt on the first flakes, and now we have an entire army full of plow operators that are out there to try to give everybody a safe and passable New York City. There's still a little bit of snow coming. We have between 3 and 5 inches observed throughout the entire city. So everybody take that extra time. If you see us working, please give us the space we need to do our job. Plan for a snow day. Plan for walking through snow. Plan extra time. Take care of each other. Take care of New Yorkers. And I couldn't echo our mayor's incredible compliments to this department. I've been with the department for 23 years. It is an absolute pleasure to serve New Yorkers. We are New Yorkers who serve New Yorkers, and nothing would happen without them. And I couldn't thank the men and women of the department any more than our great mayor just told us. Thank you very much.
Folks, we're going to pause for about 30 seconds to dismiss these folks. They've got to get their shift started. As soon as they get out of here, we'll come back on topic Q&A about storm response to the mayor and the commissioner. Okay, great. All right, folks, questions on storm response? Yes.
Am I going to? Oh, and it's all right. What I've learned in this business throughout my entire career, I'm a professional earful. I received earfuls as a rookie cop, as a state senator, as a borough president, and as a mayor. 8.8 million people, 30 million different opinions and thoughts. You close the schools at 3 to 6 inches. What do we do for those parents that can't stay home? What do you do for those parents that can't give those children the 2 meals that you receive, breakfast and lunch? And so those who need schools to be open, I'm here for them. Those who have the options that they can stay home with their children, they have those options. But we are calling for parents to have their children come to school. That is the safest and best place for a child. We lost a lot of school days due to COVID. And I think it's imperative that we're playing catch up right now. And I'm going to do everything possible to keep my schools open. When I spoke with my commissioner at 4 a.m. this morning, and I spoke with my chancellor, I asked them as professionals, what do we have? Should I be closing the schools right now? My gut told me no, but I wanted to hear it from the professionals. They said, Eric, heck no. We can get our children to school. We're going to clean the streets for them. It's going to be a little sloppy, but children will be able to go into a safe environment. And once I heard that and received my 2 thumbs up from the commissioner and from my chancellor, it was straight ahead. And so those who want to critique the decision, that's great about New York. You have the option to critique, but we made the right decision this morning for our children and families.
Questions on storm response? Yeah.
Tell us in terms of COVID personnel shortages, what you're dealing with here at the sanitation department, how many people are out, and will that affect snow clearing operations?
Good morning. Yes, we are about 22% down of total staffing. How that affects our snow clearing operation is we're definitely running less plows than we did in the last event. So throughout last year, you were hearing us say like 1,800 plows. This morning, we're about 1,600 on the split shifts. But we've been able to really refine how we're tackling that by being aggressive on the pre-treatment, using all available staffing to man as many plows as we can. And even through that, we've been able to muster a very robust response to this storm. And the shortage, more plows is quicker ground coverage. You always do better with more people, but we're going to do really well in this event.
Yes, question for the mayor, which is
No, I am encouraging parents to place and take their children to school. One, we miss too many days. We are behind in math and reading. It is a safe place for our children, and it keeps us in the energy, unless there's an urgent matter, to know that we are going to school. And this is not Eric's theory or logic. This is the logic of every professional that I've heard. Children need to get to school. We don't have any more days to waste. And the long-term impact of leaving our children home is going to impact us for years to come. I'm not going to contribute to that. So I'll take the criticism. I'll take those who think differently. But the number of parents that I am hearing from, they're simply saying two words: thank you, thank you. My child needs to be in school. The loudest is not always the majority. I am listening to the majority and the professionals that are saying children must be in school.
Right now, naturally, where we're going to be focusing on, especially after we get out of the morning commute, is going to be into the residential side streets. Again, we've got 3 to 5 inches personally measured and observed citywide. Right now, the highest depths are in the northern Bronx. And we're also looking at pockets of eastern Queens. The closer you get to Long Island, that's where some of the heaviest snowfall had stacked up. So right now, our key moment of concern for us, where we're going to be focusing on as we get into this new shift, is getting into those residential side streets and give them another pass. We're expecting the 3 to 6. Nothing's indicating that we're going to get substantially more than the 6 inches of snow, but there could be localized pockets between drifting and/or where the bands stack up.
Other questions on snow response? Okay, great. Anyone needs to stand up? I'm sorry.
One more, Mayor, for better or for worse, New York City mayors are judged on their ability to remove snow and to get the city moving again. When all this is said and done, what grade do you think you're going to get?
I'm going to get an A in all that we do because we have a great team. We're building a great team. And I hear over and over again about the challenges and difficulties of the job. I just want these challenges. This is a moment for me when I can show the globe what New Yorkers are made of. I want every difficult moment. I want to be in the front of it. Winners want the ball when the game is on the line. These men and women here, they want the ball. They could stay home. They could call out sick. They're dying to get in these trucks, like my police officers that cycle back in after 5 days off from COVID. They're dying to get back on patrol. My teachers that are going back into school to see their babies, their children, they're dying to get back to school. I just think that we're not reading the civil service population. They are dying to do their job. And so just as they brought that energy, they brought their A game, every day for 4 years, I'm going to bring my A game. I'm going to work as hard as they're working. No one is going to outwork Eric Adams to turn around the city of New York. And so I'm ready for it. I say COVID, I say snow, I say crime, bring it on, because we're going to handle it and turn it around. That's what we do. Thank you. Yes. I'm sorry? No, we were already in place. We did an analysis. We had a call earlier in the evening with the commissioner, the chancellor, my law enforcement, my other agencies. We already had an analysis. We looked at the numbers, 3 to 6, and we got the thumbs up from the commissioner and the chancellor. I asked them, I said, tell me what I should be doing. You're my professionals. At that time, our first call during the day, they said, Eric, we're straight ahead. 3 to 6 inches, we do this in our sleep. You know, so if we reached the point that the snowfall was dangerous, we would have made the call to say, okay, let's shut things down. We were not there. 3 to 6 inches in New York? Come on.
So we're going to call it there. If anybody needs to stand up, let me know. We've also got some B-roll opportunities here. Trucks are going to be rolling out. If we need